Crypto kids, I'm sorry. I'm honestly sorry that Eric Trump posted buy the dips. Why? Why do we need to do this? I don't understand. It's unfortunate because the average returns of whenever Eric Trump says buy the dip on the week causes Bitcoin to remain quite neutral, but for Ethereum specifically, it's brutal. There's an average return of negative 7.125% whenever Eric Trump says buy the dip. Ethereum tends to go down by 7%. We obviously have an expectation that if Ethereum is to lose the 3.9K level on the charts, things can get concerning, leading to a drop all the way potentially to that 3.3K level. And that's what I want to partly discuss on today's video. Jokes aside though, this is how I'm starting to feel in crypto. I know I said jokes aside, but I do feel like this. Like it's just us waiting for altcoin season. It's us waiting for better times, and it just feels like it's not happening. The truth is, I know it's been depressing for altcoin holders, but one thing that I agree with Eric Trump is that Q4 is going to be unbelievable for cryptocurrencies. In the past 2 weeks, we have the first ETF offering spot XRP exposure, the first ETF offering spot Dogecoin exposure, SEC approving generic listing standards so that issuers don't need to file in to the SEC for individual altcoin ETFs. If they meet the generic listing standards, then their listing of their altcoin ETF can be expedited and go into the market a lot sooner than the current process that was, or the past process that was taking place, where the SEC would have to review every single ETF that issuers wanted to launch. We have the first Ethereum staking ETF, the first index-based spot crypto ETF, the first hyperliquid ETF filing, Vanguard capitulating, bending the knee, and starting to offer soon crypto products to their clients. They're the second largest asset manager in the world after BlackRock. And Nate Grassi says, get ready for October. I agree. We're about to get the Solana S1s coming in, or we do have the S1 amendments, and we have the ETFs almost coming in for Solana from the likes of Fidelity, Franklin, the big guys. I think it's going to have a tremendous effect on Solana specifically. And then after Solana, I think we're going to get other altcoins having large ETF issuers launch ETFs on them, giving institutions the altcoin access, just like they pumped Bitcoin, just like they pumped Ethereum. I think they will do the same for many, many altcoins. I'll touch on a few of them before ending off today's video. But overall, I think Q4 is going to be fruitful. I think Bitcoin can see one more leg to the upside. I don't think this is over yet. I really don't believe this is over yet. My friend Chris Crypto, yesterday he posted a fantastic video mentioning the RSI indicator. And he looked into the cycles and he looked into how the RSI performs in every single cycle. If we go to the monthly time frame, you're going to notice the tops always happen when the RSI goes into the overbought level. When you look into the charts, not only has Bitcoin not entered the overbought stage at all in this cycle, we're still yet to see this resistance on the RSI be faced on the price action. So that data, combined with many other things, leads me to believe that Q4 is going to be the top for Bitcoin like it is always happened. I don't see why we should see something different. I know Raoul Pal mentions that we can have a 5-year cycle and reach a top in Q2 of 2026 instead of Q4 of 2025. Let's see, he looks at the ISM manufacturing data. But overall, I think the next half year, more likely towards the next 2-3 months, we will see a Bitcoin top, capital rotate from Bitcoin into Ethereum, and then we see that altcoin season we've all been asking for thanks to products like the ETFs. And following Q2 of 2026, I'm pretty certain that all markets will experience dumpages to the downside. Let's cover Ethereum first though. Ethereum, I know whenever Eric Trump says buy the dips, no, not your nacho chips dips, like dips in terms of crypto. Whenever he mentions, usually we see an average return of negative 7.1%. I initiated a limit long position on Ethereum to buy at 3.9. We explored why that would be a very likely area for Ethereum to come down to, and we're currently consolidating $100 above that specific level. If 3.9 is lost, I would be waiting for a 3.350 Ethereum, which is not 7% down, but actually 16% lower from where the price action is sitting today. And in potential preparation, I do have a bot on Pinex to buy the dip all the way to that level. So if you want to look at that bot, this Pinex bot will do that for you automatically if you wish to use it. And if you wish to trade normal derivatives like I'm doing so on weeks, then check out the first link in the description down below, because we're giving away $100 every single day to the highest volume trader. I think there's only one person signed up. So this person, if nobody else participates, he's going to receive like $100 every single day. So if you want to participate, then make sure that you use the first link in the description to sign up to weeks. All current users should be able to use this campaign, so double check, go to this link, click register now, and the highest volume trader will win $100 every single day until this campaign comes to an end. So Ethereum, be careful. I think in terms of DCing, 3.9 was a good level to be DCing. Another level that I will be DCing at if we see the drop will be the 3.350. The bots will be buying continuously until we see that drop. If we do end up seeing the drop, I still expect Ethereum to go to $8,000 in this cycle. Bitcoin, my current expectation is in the 140s. Let's see how that changes. But I think that Ethereum, Bitcoin, they both can see a price increase to the upside. I feel like this. I know so many people feel like this. I found my first gray hair at 18 years old 2 months ago. It's getting bad. Our expectations for altcoin season feel like a pursuit where the journey is what matters, but we never reach the end goal. When you look into 2024, November, the altcoin market cap was sitting at 3.3 trillion. 1 year later, we're sitting at only 3.8 trillion. I know it feels frustrating, but believe me, Q4, I still believe we're going to see an explosion to the upside. Thanks to the ETFs, thanks to the new allocation of institutional capital, things like Solana, in the short term, we need to be careful of this line of support. But in the long term, I'm expecting a $500 Solana. When I go to Cardano, I'm expecting new all-time highs for Cardano. When I go into BNB, I'm still expecting $1,250 per BNB. When I look into AVAX, I'm still expecting over $100 for AVAX. That's 4x from where the price action is sitting here today. When I go to Chainlink USDT, I'm looking at an over $60 Chainlink. So there's still so many opportunities. I see this as an opportunity. I see this as a time to go in when September is the most bearish out of all the months in the year. September is always the most bearish. I like to go in and I like to reap the rewards in October and November, where the gains are the highest. So I'm waiting for Q4. I'm positioned. I'm waiting. I think patience is going to be the virtue at this particular moment in time. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm super excited to see all of you, or the people that are going to Token 2049 next week. I'm very excited to see you. Singapore is always amazing. Token 2049 is always a fantastic conference. So can't wait to visit and enjoy Singapore next week. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. And as always, bye-bye.